Hello, students. Welcome to this lecture series. This is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swain, Department of Library and Information Science, MDU, Rohtak, Haryana, India. In our previous modules, 9 modules rather, so we presented some kind of orientation lecture for our PhD students, especially those are coming to the PhD program as their mind is raw, they are fresh, they are just completed their masters. So by looking at your mind, your caliber, your potentialities, we have designed this course 10 modules, and there will be many more modules, but under this module this is the last one. So this is for PhD registration. PhD registration we call it in Indian system. We will be a PhD student only when you are formally registered in Indian context, because almost all Indian universities, especially the government universities, guided by your University Grants Commission, that's a UGC rules. So one and similar rules are there in across India. So there you need to present your synopsis, or sometimes synopsis is circulated or sent to the subject experts through mail, so they give but our focus is on suppose you are supposed to present your research proposal, research synopsis or research synopsis before a panel of teachers. Like in our MDU Rohtak, we have 3 to 4 stages of before finally registering, so that your works, your presentation, your understanding about the research proposal is filtered through, so that some kind of good training we inculcate by doing all these, so that there would be finally when you submit and comes out of your research work, then it will be a very good qualitative contribution to the field of in your specific discipline. Well, so in our this 10 modules is for registering only, and another series of lecture will be while doing PhD, and that soon followed by. But what we have discussed here, first in our initiation video, initiation lecture, we gave you some tips, some kind of guidelines, like why someone is interested to do research. Okay, there would be multiple causes, but university, higher education system, your research supervisor is expect you to behave in a particular way. What is that behavior? Rather academic behavior, research behavior. What is research behavior? We said certain qualities you need to develop, that is wait and watch, or sometimes patience, and sometimes before saying something you arrive at a very concluding thrust point, then you share your views with your research supervisor. The concept of research supervisor also we have discussed. What is that research supervisor? Officially a teacher will be assigned to you for guiding you research. You will be doing, you are the sole authority of your PhD work, but a guide would be there, because you are raw, you are fresh, you are novice. So because of that, another concept was there, like there will be different strata of teachers, like freshly recruited, then entry level, then middle level, what we call it associate professors, and the top level, that is professors. There would be difference in guidance also, but what to do depending upon the kind of the topic or your areas you have chosen for your PhD. So it should match one of the expertise, one of the areas of interest among the faculty, among the teachers. So accordingly we assign the guide, the research supervisor. And then you are supposed to work on a particular topic. What is there in your mind? How do you know that on which topic I am interested or a PhD student is interested to do? Like you must have a kind of a taste in your subject. Maybe while studying different papers, different courses or different units, different areas, so that might click. Then might a multiple discussion with your research supervisor, some good things may come up. So on that basis you will work, or rather the research supervisor suggests you to have 2-3 options. Suppose this doesn't work, then you will switch to. So spend some time in these activities. Like maybe earlier in traditional days 6 months used to be given for working on a PhD proposal or what is PhD synopsis, but here maybe some region 1 or 2 months you are having. Prior to that you must have completed a coursework, that is a formal training, 6 months training for doing research. Maybe one of the key papers is your research methodology, so concern with your discipline or subjects. So that way you developed your interest and you then working on a synopsis. So synopsis, there is a structure and the content we have discussed. Structure is that because this is a academic paper which differs from your research article, which differs from your book reviews. This is specialized research synopsis, is specialized paper what you are supposed to keep. The content. Again we have discussed the content also, the number of pages also. Although as such there is no strict guideline how to number of pages, number of words, but we have suggested I suggested you out of my own experience. So typically the examples cited are from the discipline of social sciences and humanities and science. People from science background also can get benefit of this, as it is available in social media, YouTube and many places. Okay. Then we have said the content. Content is that like different headings would be there. Then headings I cited, one is introduction, one is statement of problem. Then it may differ. Maybe your research supervisor may guide you in additionally include some of the headings. But here basics, by and large, the commonness you found among the PhD synopsis are introduction, statements of problem, and sometimes statement problems. People reduce introduction they begin with statement of problem and background, or an introduction, or introduction and. So but better you mention introduction, then statement of problem, then come to review of related literature. So I told you that how many literature you need to review and from what kind of sources, and probably we don't need to discuss again. After that we go to objectives and how typically in Indian PhD system we write objectives, and then hypothesis. Again the important part I discussed in previous modules is that there is a deep connection with your statement of problem, then your objectives, and then hypothesis. Only thing is that these 3 things are written in a different style, different narrative style, different structure rather. So they have, they cannot deviate to 3. So it has a close connections. Only thing is that these 3 are written separately with a separate different language form, the different written form, just to make it more lucidity, more clear and clear. After all, it is a research proposal, and through this proposal only, we would make it clear before the authority, before the panel, or before the panel of judges who would approve our proposal. Then I discussed little with literature reviewed, how to review literature, and what are the styles. There you may, and in some of my modules also examples would be given with print form, so you can look at it how exactly it is written. Then come to research design part, what we basically call methodology. Research design word looks rather comprehensive, and under this research design you may mention methodology, research approach, research methods, then research data, types of data collection, collection tools, then tools for data analysis. Then one of the headings would be your limitations and scope. You cannot expand your research work. Always research is good only when you specify your problem. Then bibliographic organization. Bibliographic organization is that which style you would like to follow. Then last, your reference or list of sources. What is references? List of sources. And sometimes we have notes and references. In different style we write, and notes and references, only notes, then notes and say work cited also, what the humanities people by and large right. So altogether this would be 10 to 15 or 12 pages, because the smaller version is very short and sweet, anybody can read and understand. And after writing the synopsis, you read, reread, you may pass it through your colleagues, peer group also, your guide and your brothers and sisters, if anybody is from academic background, so that after going through 10 to 15 times because after all it is your plan and proposal, this will give you clear message exactly what you want to do, then only it is accepted and it is then you registered. In Indian context, when you say I am a PhD student, that means someone is registered finally with a proposal. Hope these 10 lectures would be, 10 modules and many more modules would be finding by typing my name Nirmal Kumar Swain in YouTube. Bye bye.